Hello, today I'll be taking a look at the X-Transbots MX-24 Yaguchi, or their Omnibot Downshift. So let's get them out of this plastic wrap and take a look at the box. So here it is. And here we have some artwork of his robot mode in the front, a mugshot of him on the side, and on the back we have this battle scene artwork on the same as the other X-Transbots releases. And we have his bio and G1 style tech spec. Here's the top. And here's the other side. And here's the bottom, a repaint of Overdrive. I'm not sure what his name is. So let's open up the box and check him out. I like how small and compact this box is. I like that because I don't have a lot of space and I do like to keep my boxes. So here we have a biocard instruction booklet and his weapon. And nothing else in the box. So let's check out his instruction booklet. This thin plastic wrap is kind of annoying. In my last video, I also complained about this, that I think they should use like a Ziploc bag so that you could easily repackage it. So here's his gun. It's nice and chromed out. It looks a bit strange. Not the best looking gun in my opinion, but looks like a drill or something. Here's his bio card. Sorry, I'm not going to open it, but I don't know if you can read the bio on the back through the plastic. Seems like a bit of a reflection, so maybe not. And here's his instruction booklet. The back of it looks like the back of the box. And the front of it looks like the front of the box. So the images are very dark gray. I find it hard to see what's happening. So let's take a look at the figure itself. It's packaged in this plastic clamshell, snow tape. It's placed inside this additional plastic baggie. This figure is pretty heavy. Feels pretty nice. And the white paint seems pretty nice. This is not one of my favorite cars or anything. To me it looks like some sort of family car, but it's pretty cool. I really like the Omnibots as a kid. I never had them, but I always wanted them because I thought they looked cool. So it has chrome rims and plastic tires, which I think is nice because it makes it feel premium. It has a painted and molded door handle, which is nice. I think this door is supposed to open. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. It's got some nice painted rear lights, and it rolls pretty well. This back wheel doesn't seem to be touching the surface. On this side, both wheels are touching the surface. Here's a closer look at the vehicle mode. Here's a closer look at the painted headlights. Looks nice. And the painted rear lights. So let's take a look at some of his features in vehicle mode. You can lift up these high beam lights. Similar to their overdrive. And you can also lift up this roof part. It can store his gun in vehicle mode. There's this kind of cutout here. You can just place the weapon in there. And there you have it. And you can open his doors downwards. And there are these missiles inside. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a flight mode or something. The missiles can articulate upwards like this. I'm not really a fan of it if it's supposed to be a flight mode. But there you have it if it's something you want to do. So you can also open his doors like regular doors. There's just this notch here that you just need to get your fingernail into and pry it out. So it looks pretty good from the front, but on the inside it's just robot parts, so it doesn't look so great from this angle. So let's transform him into robot mode. First, get rid of the gun here and just close the doors back in, because you're going to want to flip his doors down. It's easier when you have it closed completely. You can loosen this part up a bit. Then you can pull out these bottom pieces here. So they're connected by a tab right here. You just want to pull that out from this tab. Same on the other side. Then you can flip these pieces open here. And you can pry this part out on the back. Just need to get your fingernails in there and pull it out. Then you can fold out the arms. Just rotate them down. And then on this piece here, there's a slider. You just need to pull it out, like so. Then you can fold this piece here and collapse it. And you want to push his head forward. So then you have room to pull this piece back over his head. And then you can rotate out his arm and then fold this panel into the side of his arm. Rotate the fists and pull them out. Same on the other side. So then for this arm panel here, you need to fold this part down, and then you can collapse it down it's on kind of a double hinge. Same on the other side. Then you can split apart the legs. And then this piece just slides out. You just pull it down. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate down his waist piece. It's on a double hinge. So we're almost there. Next, you want to pry this piece apart. Just get your fingernail in there and pull that apart, and then rotate this piece down. So then there's this panel here that you just want to flip out and rotate it into a 90-degree angle, and then just fold this piece down, and then it should fit together, right like so. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. It can be a little bit tricky to line up this panel because it doesn't lock in at 90 degrees. But once you have it in there, it stays pretty securely. So then there's this piece here behind his chest that you just want to fold out. Rotate it down and just kind of cover up this gap here. Same on the other side. So now for this back piece, there's this piece up here that's a double hinge. What you want to do is hinge it up and then down. So then you want to fold this black piece beneath the door that's also on a double hinge and fold the panels in to cover his side gap. But then now there's this gap on the back here. So now there's this piece here that you want to plug into this hole here. It's a little bit tricky. But I think it stays in okay once you get it in there. And there it is. I think this is correct. So here he is in his robot mode. Looks really good, in my opinion. So for articulation, his head rotates 360. There's a little bit of up and down, not a lot. There's no side-to-side wiggle at all. He has this butterfly joint and this weird up and down joint on the shoulder. He can lift his arm out this far. His arm can rotate 360. He has a bicep swivel. His elbow can bend almost 180. He has wrist rotation. No side to side or anything. His thumb is on this single joint here. Can move in and out. His other fingers are on this one joint here, on this pin. The index finger moves independently, but the other three fingers move together. And he has a waist rotation. And I'm not sure if this is considered an ab crunch because it bends from his hips, but he can bend over pretty far. I would count it as an ab crunch. I actually don't know why more waists are not separated into 3 parts like this. It's kind of similar to the War for Cybertron figures. It gives them really good leg articulation. He can also bend back really far. And again, because the hip is split into 3 parts, he can kick up really high. And he can kick backwards really high. And he can kick out to the side very high. He can do like a very wide split. And he has a thigh swivel. And he can bend at the knee a little past 90 degrees. And his feet can bend upwards and downwards. And he has a side ankle tilt. Yeah, so very good articulation on this figure. So let's see what poses he can do. He can do the kneeling pose, which is awesome. He can do the superhero landing pose. He can do a one-legged running pose on both sides. He can balance himself really well on one leg and do a shadow sidekick. So here he is compared to some other figures: MP Prowl, MP Sunstreaker, Fans Toys Jazz, and MP-44 Optimus Prime. And here he is with his fellow Omnibot Overdrive. So overall, this figure is much better than I expected it to be. It's got great articulation, it's nicely painted, and it has good materials. It has a lot of die cast. And the tolerances are pretty good, at least on my copy. I'm really loving these Masterpiece Omnibots, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And I think that's going to be about it for this video.
Thanks for watching.